spent the last 2 seasons at Tulane, where he turned the Green Wave into one of the most physical and consistent Group of 5 programs in the country. Before Tulane, Summerall was the head coach at Troy, where he instantly transformed the program. In his first year, he won the Sun Belt Championship, delivered a 12-win season, and finished ranked in the AP Top 25. Staying on the field, the 3-6 Florida Gators traveled to Oxford this weekend to face Lane Kiffin and his number 6 Ole Miss Rebels. And along with this big matchup comes big stakes, storylines, and plenty of off-field chatter. The Rebels are sitting at 8-1, and head coach Lane Kiffin has Ole Miss dialed in, but he has also been sitting silently on top of the rumor mill. Welcome to sports. I'm Lauren McGill. It's a heavyweight matchup this weekend as the Gators get set for 9th-ranked Texas. All eyes will be on starting quarterbacks DJ Lagway and Arch Manning, 2 young players with a lot to prove and a lot on the line. This top 10 matchup has all the makings to become an instant classic. SEC Nation has even chose this game as their destination for Week 6. The stage is set here at Everbank Stadium for one of the biggest rivalries in college football, Florida-Georgia. But it's going to look a little different this year, as the Gators will take the field under interim head coach Billy Gonzales following the dismissal of Billy Napier. And if history repeats itself, the Gators will bring the competition to this rivalry, especially since Tennessee won't be back here again until 2029, since they are no longer one of Florida's permanent SEC rivals. But the Gators have not lost to the Vols in the Swamp since 2003. The game was tied at halftime for the first time since 2003 with a score of 10-10. However, the Bulldogs did come out with the win 24-20. DJ Lagway threw for 166 yards with 1 touchdown, but Gunnar Stockton's 223 yards with 2 touchdowns were enough to outbid Billy Gonzales on his interim coaching debut. As the Gators say bye to the bye week, they'll now look ahead for their annual SEC showdown against Georgia this weekend. They'll have to hang on to their last win here in the Swamp against Mississippi State, since they won't be back here again to play for a while. And now the game that carries just as much hate as it does weight, with all eyes on the Bulldogs. Welcome back to sports. I'm Lauren McGill. Florida women's basketball looks to keep their unbeaten start going tonight. The Gators have been putting up impressive stats through their first 2 games, by both wins more than 35 points. A big contributor to the Gators' success so far has been the play of point guard Liv McGill. Across the Gators' 2 wins, she is averaging 32 points, 8.5 rebounds, 9.5 assists, and 6 steals. All right, I am here with Emma Brinkman and Sydney Watts. Sydney had 6 strikeouts today, and Emma had 3 doubles and 4 RBIs. So what was it like going into this season today, starting it off with the success of today's game? Dave Caudill is heading back to Florida. He served as general manager for the Jacksonville Jaguars for nearly 8 seasons, building a team that nearly kept Tom Brady out of Super Bowl 52.
Yeah, I can totally see that. And, you brought up Carson Beck, but this Miami team last year, they had the number 1 quarterback in the country, but they came just shy of playoffs. Yet this team looks like a 180 compared to last year. So would you say that that's Carson Beck, or is it these dynamic and just really talented defensive players that came in during the offseason?
It's the defense.
And before we turn the page to Ole Miss, we have to talk about the gut punch the Gators squad took Saturday against Kentucky, a game where we saw quarterback DJ Lagway benched. WFT's Jordan Castagliola was at Heavener earlier today when Billy Gonzales says their troubles are not set squarely on quarterback play. We are at the Buchholz homecoming game here at Citizens Field. We'll do a face-off against the Nice Panthers.
Yeah, Buchholz and Nice are ranked 8th and 11th in the state. Buchholz, they have 1 loss, and it's to the number 2 team in the state, Vero Beach.
That's right, and Nice is coming off their very first loss of the season, which is the number 6 team in the state, St. Augustine, so it will definitely be a competitive game. Over to the gridiron, high school football is tackling the playoffs 1 game at a time starting this Friday. Recapping a matchup from this past week, Oak Hall defeated Christ Church Academy 28-22. I'm Lauren McGill, and I'm here with Allie Boardwine, the player of the game for the Manatee Sea Cows. Allie, how does it feel to start the summer off with a win like today?
It feels really great.